Item Number SCP-Y-010. Object Class Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-Y-010 is to be kept in a secure containment chamber at Site Y-1. Access to SCP-Y-010 is restricted to personnel with Level 3 security clearance or higher, and experimentation involving SCP-Y-010 must be approved by the Site Director. SCP-Y-010 is to be stored on a stable surface and monitored via closed-circuit cameras at all times. Any instances of SCP-Y-010's anomalous behavior are to be documented and reported immediately to Site Security. Description: SCP-Y-010 is a vintage typewriter of unknown make and model, resembling those produced in the early 20th century. The typewriter is ornately decorated with intricate designs carved into its surface, giving it an aesthetic reminiscent of Victorian-era craftsmanship. Despite its age, the typewriter appears to be in pristine condition, with no signs of wear or deterioration. The anomalous properties of the typewriter manifest when a person's name and birth date are typed into the typewriter. After approximately 12 seconds of inactivity, it will begin to type on its own, producing a narrative detailing the individual's death from the perspective of the deceased. The narrative generated by the typewriter is written in a style reminiscent of classic literature, often incorporating poetic language and vivid imagery. The time frame that is detailed before the subject's death is variable, with the current longest time frame before death being a period of 14 days, 21 hours, and 41 minutes. For further details involving this instance, refer to the file of SCP-Y-020. Incident Report 1-A. If a name and birth date are entered into SCP-Y-010 that do not correspond to any individual in recorded history, the typewriter will produce the message, "I do not write fictional stories." Similarly, if the name and birth date of a living person are entered, the typewriter will respond with the phrase, "in due time," suggesting that the individual's death will occur at some point in the future. SCP-Y-010 exhibits additional anomalous behavior, including the ability to bleed or bruise if damaged, as if it were a living organism rather than an inanimate object. Attempts to dismantle or disassemble SCP-Y-010 have been met with limited success, as the typewriter's internal mechanisms appear to be highly resistant to damage. Those who use SCP-Y-010 have reported feelings of unease, stating that they sense the presence of something else nearby, watching them. Personnel who have used SCP-Y-010 and reported these unusual feelings have stated that the sense of being observed continues even after they have stopped all contact with the typewriter. Apart from extensive reports of discomfort, no harm has come to any individual who has used the typewriter, but research is ongoing to unearth what it may be that stalks these individuals. Addendum 1A. SCP-Y-010 was recovered during the first excursion into Provisional Reality Y-1 by Mobile Task Force Zeta-0, Dramatic Duos. The unit reported encountering a large Victorian-era building that spontaneously appeared in a destroyed town within SCP-Y-001. Inside the building, they discovered 2 rooms, one adorned with paintings and a clear indication that one was missing, and another containing SCP-Y-010 on a desk surrounded by empty bookshelves. After leaving the building, Zeta-0, Dramatic Duos, found themselves disoriented and in a different location than when they entered. Despite this, they safely navigated through Provisional Reality Y-1 and returned to SCP-Y-001, eventually making their way back to Site Y-1 without incident. SCP-Y-010 was subsequently secured and contained for further study. Addendum 1B. Director Knightley has granted authorization for the utilization of SCP-Y-010 to assess the status of units during excursions into Provisional Reality Y-1 under his direct supervision. During excursions, if SCP-Y-010 begins to detail the deaths of units currently on a mission, Director Knightley reserves the authority to order the immediate retreat of the affected team through SCP-Y-1. Based on the information provided by SCP-Y-010's death knells, Director Knightley may also enact alterations to defensive procedures at Site Y-1 to mitigate potential threats or anomalies identified during the excursion. This protocol is implemented to ensure the safety and security of personnel and resources within Site Y-1 and to enhance the effectiveness of containment efforts in response to emerging threats from Provisional Reality Y-1. This is Director Knightley, signing off on another report at Site Y-1. I eagerly look forward to having your audience in future reports.